So guys, I cut off the last episode a little bit short, so it wasn't like a 40-minute episode. Anyway, we have game 1, and I accidentally simulated game 2, so whatever. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. Make sure to hit a like if you want to see more NBA 2K. We'll see you guys all next time. Well, I mean, this ain't the outro. You just enjoy the video. I don't know how much of an outro it'll be, because I did this 2 days ago. Anyway, whatever. You don't care. Alright, so here's the team that we will be going up against. I moved Andrew Wiggins to small forward. So, they have a better shooting guard than us, but that's about it. Alright, let's go. Pop in.
In this episode of NBA 2K TV,
Whatever. We don't really care.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Chicago Bulls. And guys, for the Bulls, both players and coaches have talked about the importance of...
Like, we're just getting to the game now. Let's be honest, it's kind of loud. Like, really loud.
A spectacular sight as we approach our broadcast location, and David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, LeBron James is closing, always ranked above them. Kevin, he has filled up the box score for a long time.
He can impact the game in so many ways. DA, thank you. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Monday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Boston Celtics. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. We've got Tatum, CJ McCollum out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Bridges, and it's Holmes, and at the center filling out the middle. And for Orlando, LeBron James is out there with Vucevic, and there's Iguodala, and there's Kemba Walker, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward position. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And reportedly, LeBron James spends over $1 million a year just on training and maintaining his body.
Well, money well spent. For his age, the most minutes played in NBA history, he's doing everything possible to extend his prime.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
That's just superb concentration despite getting hit. James is just excellent at scoring through contact.
And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Bridges against Iguodala. Bridges kicks to Dinwiddie. Now Holmes. 5 on the clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And McCollum launches it from deep. Vucevic with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Here's Tatum. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Vucevic.
They missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Having trouble finding their legs. Look, that's a nice play. You need low post scoring to keep your offense balanced.
Well, with all the youth the Bulls had, the team wanted to bring in some veterans over the summer.
Yeah, and that's something that needed to happen, GA. I mean, the team had some room in free agency. Nice! Wow, wonderful court awareness that time. You can count on Walker to find the open man.
About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. For Chicago, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Dinwiddie finds Holmes. Back to Dinwiddie. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Kemba Walker picks one up. Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game. The free throw drops for Dinwiddie. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Marc Gasol's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Cantor comes in for Jason Tatum. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Bridges. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for McCollum. pass to Iguodala for three. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists now in this one.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Poke loose. Gasol passes to Carter Williams. And Iguodala comes to help. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
When you're open, Carter Williams will find you. He knows his role well.
James with it.
Yeah, one thing I neglect to do is use my centers. But what they do...
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Magic out in front, up by 6. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
Up by 6.
LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made in the NBA.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
Steph Curry out there.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now.
And
from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
So for Chicago right now, Marc Gasol is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Valentine. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Carter Williams in at the point. Pass to Valentine. Gasol against Vucevic. Gasol kicks to Carter Williams. 4 on the clock. Three-pointer on the way. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA. Don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves, terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale, and that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
Porter's checked in for Orlando. Hill comes in for Kent Bazemore. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. And it's Vucevic missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Yeah, that's just a lucky break for the deep. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
The 10-footer. And James gets it to go on the assist by Porter. LeBron's got the lead up to 10 now for the Magic. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
LeBron with the block.
Oh, you got to be cautious around James. He's always on the hunt to swat away shots. Defense in your rear view may be closer than their view. And James simply one of the best dunkers in NBA history, I have to say. Highly creative in how he throws it down.
Bulls trail by 12. Carter Williams, the pass to Tatum. Back to Carter Williams. To the inside, Kanter. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got 4 assists now tonight. Outside, Porter. Back to Curry. Outside, Hill. There's Here's the pass to Curry. Now here's Vucevic. Passes it to James. And they pick up 2. LeBron's got 12 points in the game.
There's almost no stopping LeBron. If he's allowed to get inside, too strong, too skilled.
And so it's LeBron James making... Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
We have a blimp.
The third quarter
We
basketball.
have a blimp.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points and 1 block. He's clearly shaken off his mediocre performance. And that wraps up the halftime show.
We'll just skip all that. We'll get back in a minute.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Iguodala out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Vucevic. And it's LeBron James.
McCollum
And it's
only did this.
Wiggins
Yeah,
in
better
at the
than
3 slot. And that's the group
Oh
for
my
Steve
God.
Clifford as we begin the second half.
Let's go for the best
The
team.
people have already predicted future MVP. Is there a surprise name
Ooh.
you think could win that MVP award, Chris, down the road?
I think there are a few surprises. I mean, we can go young with young guys like a Trey Young or Luka Doncic. We can go with guys that we expect to do it like Anthony Davis, who it just seems like he's just biting at the bit. There's a few young Celtics. There's a few young Lakers that in a few years you never know what they could do, especially the ones that are playing with great guys and watching their practice habits, game habits, stealing their recipes or stealing their what they eat before the game and their health-wise. So many guys right now that are going to be in that second tier coming up. It's going to be fun to watch.
Will.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
Marc Gasol's checked in for Chicago. Valentine comes in for McCollum. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the Magic broke a 6-season playoff drought. Nick Vucevic was the franchise's first All-Star in 7 seasons.
Oops.
It's been a long rebuild from the Dwight Howard era. We'll see where the team goes from here, but Kevin, they're happy to just be playing games that matter night in and night out.
All right, thank you very much, David. And James picks up the foul.
That's a foul.
That's his first foul. 1:15 left here in the third quarter. Holmes passes to Gasol. Vucevic with the block. And he's able to get it back. Gasol's shot is good. Orlando leading by 14. Iguodala dishes to Walker. They get it back. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. So for the Bulls, Cantor checked in for Rashawn Holmes. And it's Carter Williams in for Dinwiddie. The Bulls have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements. Chicago shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And he makes the first.
Now, the former Rookie of the Year continues to improve. Carter Williams, he's a triple-double threat thanks to his size and his passing skill.
Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. At one point, they led by 16. Wiggins kicks to Iguodala. Here's Walker. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Walker's got his second basket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Carter Williams. Count that one.
The long legs of Carter Williams eating up the floor. on his way to the rim.
Magic have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Shots good by Walker.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Cancer inside, covered by LeBron. Good on the shot. And that's now 6 points for Enes Kanter.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Pass to Vucevic. It's tipped. Gasol with the steal. Outside Tatum. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Tatum's got his 3rd basket of the night. No good. And so it's the Orlando Magic in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside. That's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early. You know, he let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Taking a look at the Bulls. Bridges out there with Tatum. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's McCollum in at the shooting guard. And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That is his first foul of the game. And here's McCollum. And we've seen stars, Chris, get suspended in the playoffs for having 7 technical fouls. Should we modify that rule at all, do you think?
You know, I think it can be tweaked if everyone agrees on it. But for me personally, I don't think that we've had enough superstar players get suspended with that rule to say let's change the number. We definitely want superstar players to play in the playoffs, to play for their fans. But we also want to keep the integrity of the game. And if technicals means I get to yell at the referee more, well, then maybe I just have to have more discipline on my end and say, wait a minute, I can't do this because it's going to hurt the team. So I'm not sure about that yet.
They get it again. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Dinwiddie's shot is off. Orlando leading by 15. On deep, James. Chicago grabs the miss. Bridges has got his 5th rebound in this one. And a wide open look for McCollum. Drops in the tray.
This is who McCollum is. Someone ready to fire some ball
against McCollum. Orlando moving the ball around. Nice shot by James.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct. Just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with the comfortable lead.
Goes up the baseline, and the shot is long.
Oh, he found open space from mid-range, just maybe rushed his release.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Orlando.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
And so he makes both from the line.
And the former second-round pick, Gasol's become an elite player at his position. He's a force at both ends.
Curry passes to Jang. It's Hill on the wing.
All right, Seth Curry.
Outside Curry takes the 3. No good.
Oh.
And in Chicago the other way.
Wait, got it.
Down low.
Oh my
And
God.
it's Johnson with the jam.
Some great awareness being shown by Crowder.
Very
Spotted
much
the
so.
open man and made a fantastic dish.
Porter finds Hill from outside the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. In the corner, Crowder with it.
I mean, a point a second. 20 minutes, please.
The tray. Rebound by Chang.
Taking Otto Porter.
Porter looking it over. Offensive rebound. Diablo. No good. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference. Thank you, David. Great interview once again.
Got it at the home.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge.
Oh, I thought it was going to show us like a player of the game. Guess not. Alright, so quick, I had to turn that off, but next time we play, it'll be versus the Hornets at the Hornets. Let's simulate it. Wait, what? Oh, wait, I simulated it and accidentally won. That's not good. On the other one, it would ask me if I wanted to play. Dang it. Always have, yeah. Okay. Jordan Bell, no, I don't want, Zach, wait, no. I don't want Zach Levine. Alright, so, let's go look at the standings. We are the number 1 seed, along with these two. League leaders, LeBron James is highest in points per game. Actually, some, in the last one. But, whatever. Anyway. 2-0. We'll take that. Dang it. What do I have to do there? Kenneth wants out of Orlando. I want him out of Orlando. So, I think what we will do is we will try to find a trade for Kenneth. Get anybody good? Gerald Green and a first-round pick. Just straight up for Enes Kanter. Okay, Kevin Looney. Aaron Baines straight up. Gigi Barea with the trap pick. Gonna get anybody like super good. You know what? I'm down to just trading like straight up for a pick. Willie Cauley-Stein. Maybe a pick. Nerlens Noel. You know what? Willie Cauley-Stein might be a pickup. Kind of want to pick just to like look for. Alright, that's a second round pick. I want a first round. That's this year. So let's go here. How about I just don't, and then I ask for your first round. What? That's a dumb rule. I never knew that. Alright. Ooh, they accepted it. So we got some draft picks. I don't really know what draft picks. Alright, so we got this year lottery protected Pacers. So we got them. Hopefully Pacers are good. And that's great. Anyway, that'll be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We got some pretty good team. Thank you guys for watching. See you all next time.